Hello, my name is Kale Robinson, and today I will be speaking to you about why electric cars are not the future. So, governments these past few years have pushed us more and more to EV cars, and EV cars are not the future. Celebrities drive them, big names drive them, big companies keep pushing for them, but this is not the right answer. Our right answer is to go back to gas powered cars, and I'm going to explain why. So, to start with, we're going to talk about the batteries in the electric cars. The batteries in electric cars are formed from rare earth metals that are hard to find, such as cobalt, lithium, and different sorts of metals that aren't very common. And one of them is cobalt, which is mined in South America. Well, when that is mined, it is actually creating a lot of pollution into the air, and it's because of all the equipment we have to use to mine it, such as excavators, wheel loaders, dump trucks, and different types of machinery. And when we do that, it is also polluting their rivers. So all of their rivers are being polluted with all these toxic materials that make it unsanitary. And then once we do make the batteries, and if we keep making these batteries, we are going to slowly run out of all these materials and have no way of building EV batteries. And the batteries on these electric cars actually do not last, like the governments and these big companies are saying. And when we use these electric cars, they are actually slowly killing our environment by using fossil fuels to power electricity plants, and when we mine to take the materials for them for the electric cars, and it is slowly just killing our environment. Now, there are some solutions to this, and my biggest one I think is the best idea, but we do not have enough research yet, is hydrogen powered cars, which is just water in a different type of form. And there actually are a few companies that are working on this. But what they are doing right now, they are taking hydrogen and using that as almost a generator for electric motors and electric batteries, which does work for our power grid and keeping that alive, but we need to be pushing for all powered hydrogen cars, which is what we actually need, because then we would have an unlimited supply of energy. And when we have that, we don't have to worry about using up all of our fossil fuels on gasoline and these batteries for these electric cars. For the time being, though, gas powered is what we need to go back to. And even if that means doing research on how to make them more efficient or how to give us better fuel economy so we're using less gas. But EV is not our solution in the least bit because of the fact that it is taking up so much energy. And if everyone in the US was to switch to EV, our power grid would never hold up. We would have so many power outages, we would have so many problems because our power grid is not made for that much electricity to be going through multiple homes, multiple of these power chargers for electric cars. And like in California right now, where a lot of people are driving EV cars, their power grid isn't holding up. It isn't holding up at all. And they keep having power outages. And about 79 to 80% of electric cars with their batteries have a lot more mechanical issues than any gas powered car. And that is because of electrical problems, motor problems with their electrical motors, and the batteries constantly failing. Because people are using what Tesla calls their superchargers. And when a supercharger is used on a car battery, it is charging it really, really fast, which is not good on the battery at all. But with an electric car, you have to sit and wait for it to charge, which can take hours. And it's basically an RC car. You get to play with it for 10, 15 minutes, and you get to let charge for 3 hours. That's what essentially our electric cars we are using now are. They're just oversized remote control vehicles. They don't hold up. They are very poor build qualities and constantly have issues. So my solution would be to do put all the money we're using for electric vehicles into hydrogen powered cars, because brands like Toyota, Hyundai, and there's a few other brands are working on the hydrogen powered cars, but they need to put it towards just hydrogen, not hydrogen electric hybrids. So right now we need to switch back to gas. The electric is not our solution. So I urge you to, if you know someone with an electric vehicle, try to push them into getting back into gas, even possibly a hybrid vehicle. Hybrids aren't as bad because they are running off of gas power with the help of an electric motor. But all electric vehicles do not work, and they're actually worse for the environment, even though the government says they're better. So I urge you to switch to gas or diesel, somewhere along that line, and help us to actually save the environment. Thank you very much for your time.